No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, I'm losing every battle.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Brand Momentum Morning Show. It's a fabulous, beautiful day today. Why? Because it's the day the Lord made, and we will rejoice. We will be exceedingly glad in it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Everybody who's in the studio with me, let me see who is here this morning. Of course, beautiful Amber, ride or die, always in the studio. I love that. Thank you for joining, my love. I am super excited for next week. If you weren't with me yesterday, we talked about doing the 7-day mental diet challenge, which we're going to run live here during the show. So if you haven't picked up the book yet, you have an opportunity today, all the way through the week. And I have it on my Kindle. So if you have a Kindle, it's easy enough to do that. And we get to start on Monday. Good morning, beautiful Khadija. Oh, I love you. Thank you, my love, for joining. So you have the opportunity to grab it. It's a small read. So I would even say read it in advance. So if you pick it up today, read it in advance. Look at Miss Solutionist, always like ready, set, go. Perfect. So Brenda, you want to go ahead and get started on that. Peruse it, read maybe a few times. It's not a difficult read. Good morning, beautiful Jacqueline Young, Landy in the house. And we will get started on Monday. And I was already sort of thinking about it, sort of like what are the rules if you were, right? So obviously we're not going to be checking and verifying if in fact you didn't have a negative thought, because how would I? This is an open book test, and you get to be in integrity with yourself, be in integrity with God, because God will know if you had a negative thought, but you didn't share. And we get an opportunity to share how we did, so we start Monday. And so with today's reading, we're going to be jumping into chapter 14, but I just wanted to say a little bit on the challenge, because I know there's some people who are saying, oh, what is it? I want to get in. There's no link. There's no nothing. All you do is you get the book and you show up to Brand Momentum on Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's it. So know that you get to do this multiple times. And I think it was Bonita yesterday, you said, it'll be challenging. It will be. So it's called the 7-Day Mental Diet. The book is by Emmett Fox. Let me see if I can find it and share. One moment. Okay, let me just share quickly. So this is it. Let me make it a little bit bigger for you guys. All right, does everybody see that? The 7-Day Mental Diet, How to Change Your Life in a Week by Dr. Emmett Fox. Okay, good. All right, Khadijah, you got that. So everybody snap a picture, write it down in your journal now. Okay, good. Perfect. Good morning, Arvis. Ooh, Arvis, StreamYard is going to help you be awesome now. You're back. I love it. Perfect. Okay, so let's get into the reading. And as I always ask you, if you're so inclined to share and to tag your friends, particularly your female friends, colleagues, networking contacts, anybody that you know is on this journey, to being the best version of themselves, on this journey to really showing up and being fully expressed, this journey of understanding number one universal law, more life. More life that says we're all energy, everything vibrates, everything moves, nothing stays the same. So if you're not moving forward, you're dying, right? If you have a plant, the plant is grounded in universal law, more life. It's always about growing. The plant never gets to a certain point and go, I'm good here. I'm going to rest here. I'm not going to shoot any new roots. I'm not going to try to push out any more leaves. I'm good. The plant is about more life, but it requires certain key elements to be about that more life, right? Soil, nutrients, water, sun, some of the basics. So if you were the plant, your soil might be the show. Your sun might be getting an intention to read a personal development book every month. Again, this is what we do in the show. We just come on and we read and we talk and we just get more into more life. So if you don't give that plant water, sun, nutrients, the plant's not just going to stay here and go, okay, well, I don't have any water, so I'm just going to stay here. The plant is going to start dying. So there's no in between. So don't kid yourself if you think, well, I'm not really doing too much, but I'm good here. No, you're not good here. You're dying. Energy is always moving. It's either moving forward or you're dying. Please grasp a hold of that. Look at Arvis. Arvis just went on the other platform. See, this is what I love. Be resourceful and be resilient. So for whatever reason, StreamYard was just not trying to have Arvis be awesome on Facebook, wouldn't pick up her name. And what did she do? She jumped over onto the other platform because she's like, I get to be seen. I get to be addressed by my name. I get to be called Arvis Singleton, not hey, Facebook user. I love that. Good morning, beautiful Arvis. Good morning, Melody. Melody, that vegan dish was everything. Please post that recipe in your group, my love. Thank you. Good morning, Dora. All right, wonderful. Here we go. All right, so we jumped into chapter 14 because I thought it was really important that as we move into this challenge on Monday, that we quickly and firmly identify what are the ghosts. So, how to outwit the 6 ghosts of fear. Okay. Take inventory of yourself as you read this chapter and find out how many of the ghosts are standing in your way. We gain strength and courage and confidence by each experience in which we really stop to look fear in the face. We must do that which we think we cannot. Let me read that again. We gain strength and courage and confidence by each experience in which we really stop to look fear in the face. We must do that which we think we cannot. Eleanor Roosevelt. But you know what I like to say? Everything is scriptural. Jesus already told us. God already told us this. Joel 3:10, let the weak say they're strong. There is no place in the Bible where God ever said, yep, let me show you how to set up an altar to your pity party. Let me show you how to live in victim village. And let me show you how to go work for why me, everything's bad against me corporation. None, no place, doesn't exist. Joel 3:10, let the weak say they're strong. When the angel appeared to Gideon, Gideon's from the tribe of Benjamin, the smallest tribe in all of the 12 tribes of Judah. And the angel said, you mighty warrior of courage. And Gideon was like looking around like, who's he talking about? I know he's not talking to me, because I am for sure not no mighty warrior of courage. And I am the smallest, and I come from the smallest tribe. I know who's no, Gideon, you mighty, fearless warrior of courage. We gain strength and courage and confidence by each experience in which we really stop to look fear in the face. We must do that which we think we cannot. Eleanor Roosevelt. That's why we do what we do. Good morning, beautiful Becky. Oh, thank you for joining us. Yes, look. See, we attract just the most amazing people. Becky's already coming with the word. Take up your mat and walk. Because you sitting around here thinking, oh, for 28 whatever years, you're just hanging out by this pool that's supposed to be the healing pool that's supposed to get you into your full power and potential. But you're up here just making excuses about how the people, right? It's like at a Walmart Black Friday sale. They just bum rush you in, and you, by the time you try to even roll yourself into the pool, it's over for you. And what did Jesus, I love this so much. Thank you for this, Becky. Thank you for teeing this up. Jesus says, do you want to be well? And don't you think you're like, oh, like Captain Obvious Jesus, of course he wants, like, who wants to be paralyzed? Then take up your mat and walk. Act like you know you're standing in front of the giver of all life. Take up your mat and walk. So in the accelerated program, we're doing March Madness. And when I selected that challenge for the month, right, I know my accelerators very well. I know just in general, people have this really, really innate fear of showing up on camera and speaking, even more so showing up with no notes, not reading from anything. And you've got to speak here. You've got to connect in your heart and speak. Every morning I come to the show. The only thing I know what I'm doing is I'm reading from this book. I haven't selected where I'm going with what the reading is. And you see, I just literally moved. Becky came in with take up your mat, and here I go on the teaching. That's what I wish for everyone. And so March Madness says every day for 31 days in March, you're showing up every day and you're doing a video, and you don't know what I'm going to ask you to do. You're just like, yep, I'm here for it. That's how you build up your confidence and your courage. That's how you get to what? You get to look fear in the face. All of the accelerators for this month of March, they're looking fear in the face and saying, press the go live button. Do it anyway. Do it messy. Do it scared. Do it not perfect. We're doing it anyway. That's how we get out of this imprisonment. This Byzantine, just like heavy net that's wrapped all around you, and all you can barely do is just breathe through a little hole. That's not more life. Being ensconced in a heavy laden net and just, you ever seen the fish caught in a net and the gill and everything's wrapped up and he's just, that is not more life. So let's read on. Napoleon Hill spent more than 20 years of his life studying more than 500 of the most successful men in his time, as well as thousands of people who considered themselves failures, from which he developed the philosophy of success he shares in Think and Grow Rich. Just as he was ready to publish, he realized that even though many people know what they need to do in order to become successful, hello, Momentum crew, they just don't do it. This is why I say the Google and the YouTube are your friends. There's a plethora, there's a cornucopia. There is a storage barn full of information out there of how to do every and anything you could ever need to know how and when to do. What they need, they know what they need to do in order to become successful. They just don't do it. And you're like, well, that's a head scratcher. Like, why would that be? Let's read on. Can you think of someone you know to whom this applies? I'm telling on myself. There are plenty of times. I know exactly what needs to get done. The two twins come by. Perfectionism. I've graduated from the Academy of Perfectionism. Thank you very much. And the other twin, procrastination. It's like, oh, let me go do something else. This over here is fun. Let me just wait on that thing. So I know those two twins really well. Can you think of someone you know to whom this applies? Someone who holds herself back from fear or other self-limiting beliefs. Can you think of a time when your own fear paralyzed you and kept you from moving forward? So Hill added the last chapter of the book, How to Outwit the 6 Ghosts of Fear, to help people overcome their own self-limiting beliefs. He called them ghosts because they only exist in your mind. Oh my God, it's so good. They only exist in your mind. These ghosts create indecision, doubt, and fear. Hill knew that the influence of fear is so impactful that after completing Think and Grow Rich, he went on to write Outwitting the Devil as the sequel to specifically address the influence of fear and negativity and how to overcome them. Let's review the 6 ghosts of fear, the symptoms Hill outlined that may help you recognize each one, and some sage advice I found from successful women on how to blast through them. Okay, so is everybody ready? Get your journal. Yes, someone saying me, Jacqueline saying me. Yes, we've all been there hanging out with those twins, procrastination and perfectionism, and then we end up doing nothing. You are so welcome, Becky. I'm so glad you are here. Absolutely. God makes no mistakes. He is always right on time. Who's this Facebook user? Put your name after your comment so I can know. Or go be awesome like Arvis and jump on over to the YouTube channel so I can see you. Yes, Arvis, the twins must go. They have stayed long enough. They have outstayed their welcome. Get them a bus ticket, get them a plane, give them a car rental, whatever they need to do to get on about their business, but they can't stay here. Yes, we've all been there. Melody. Okay. The 6 basic fears. Number 1, the fear of poverty. So for those of you who have already received from me the top 10 consumer buying triggers, that's a PDF that I worked on that basically says, what are the things that will trigger somebody to buy something? And that's when you talk about psychology and creating the behavior that you would like your people to take with you, you have to get into human psychology. So when you understand what are the human triggers that causes somebody to take action, causes them to take a buying action, number 1 is make more money. You might want to write that down, or if you don't have that PDF, put your email in there and I will put your comment with your email and I'll send you a copy of the PDF, the top 10 consumer buying triggers. Because if you're out there selling, if you're a brand, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a coach, if you're a wellness person, whatever, and you know that sales need to happen, the only way that anybody becomes successful, a sales transaction must occur. So how do you show up in your value? And then on the other side of the transaction, How do you get somebody to make a buying decision that says, yes, here's my credit card, or here's a check, here's my cash? You've got to understand what motivates them, what causes them to do the things that they do. Number one, buying trigger, make money. Correlate that now. Number one fear is the fear of poverty. Okay. Number two, the fear of criticism at the bottom of most of one's worries, right? The fear of criticism. Okay, Arvis, I see your email. I got you. The fear of ill health, the fear of loss of love of someone, the fear of old age, the fear of death. I'll read these again for you. The 6 basic fears as humans that are expressed within us. Number 1, the fear of poverty. Number 2, the fear of criticism. 3, the fear of ill health. 4, the fear of loss of love of someone, right? Somebody doesn't want to be with you anymore. Abandonment issues, all those things come up there. The fear of old age and the fear of death. So let's jump into poverty. You are either a master of your money or a slave to it. The fear of poverty is without doubt the most destructive of the 6 basic fears. Did we hear this? The most destructive. I see your email, Jacqueline. I'll send that to you. It is the most difficult to master. There is no doubt that women have a tremendous amount of fear about money. According to the 2013 Women, Money and Power study from Insura Allianz Life, nearly half of all American women fear becoming a bag lady. Does anybody here not know what a bag lady is? This includes 27% of women earning more than $200,000 a year. So a woman who's earning $200,000 a year, solid, good 6-figure money, is also afraid of becoming a bag lady. So this is why when I tell you, just ask, present your stuff. Don't think, well, oh, she looks like she's got it going on, so she wouldn't be interested in my stuff, because now you're letting your fear of criticism come in, because you're afraid she'll go, darling, I drive a Bentley. I don't need your little MLM thing, what you're talking about. So you let your fear of criticism go in, but you don't know she also has a fear of poverty. So she subconsciously, a percentage of them are open to MSIs, multiple sources of income. Tell your stuff to everyone. This fear of criticism, oh, here she comes again with another opportunity. Be unbothered. Everybody, hashtag be unbothered. Because there is 27% of solid 6-figure women walking around this planet with the fear of poverty, the fear of becoming the bag lady. Does that blow your mind? Why do so many women delegate their financial security to a spouse or a partner? Why do so many women spend more than they earn and become mired in debt? Symptoms of the fear of poverty: indifference, lack of ambition, indecision, staying on the fence or letting others think for you, doubt, generally expressed through making excuses for your failures, worry, usually expressed by finding fault in others, overcaution, the habit of looking for the negative side of every circumstance, procrastination, here comes a twin, the habit of putting off until tomorrow that which should be done today. Fear of poverty can be overcome by educating yourself, by just being aware of where you are financially. So let's address now. Absolutely, Thank you, Khadija, Unbothered. Today, Friday, is Financial Free Friday. If you don't know that that's a national holiday for you, for your business, then let me be the first to welcome you into this knowing. Every Friday in your life is a holiday called it's Financial Free Friday. What does that holiday look like? How do we spend it? We're not barbecuing. We're not doing anything. We're in our bank accounts. We are looking in our QuickBooks. We are looking at our bank statements. We're reconciling monies in, monies out from the week prior or the month prior. It matters not to me how much. Thank you so much, Becky. Yeah, thank you for joining. You can always catch us back on the replay. Thank you for showing us so much grace with your presence. I love you. Thank you. Awesome. So, fear of poverty can be done by educating yourself. You can start educating yourself right now on how much money do you have? How much liquid cash do you have right now? You need to know that. I'm not even asking you to share it. I'm not even asking you to share with anybody other than you need to know. As you're moving about, can you say, you know what? Like liquid cash means I can go pull it out of the bank or I have it under my mattress. I don't judge. But it's literally cash in your hand. How much do you have? Your cards, your credit cards. What are your available limits? If you have 6 credit cards, you total them up. What's your available spending limit there? For the month, what do we know? We're 2 weeks in. How did you do for the first half of March? How much income have you generated, and how many units of expenses have gone out this far? How many more units of expenses are yet still to come out? We cannot, as Diana Moret teaches us, we cannot do ostrich strategy, stick our head down in the sand and just wait and hope the windstorm is going to blow over. You'll raise up and realize your house is gone. Your car is gone because you tried to avoid and hide. Okay. So those you must know. Investments. Do you have any? If you don't, that's okay. You make a note that at some point, sometime soon, I'm going to, what did it say? Educate myself on investment opportunities. Investment means you're making your money work for you, because do we know that we can't just rely on the source of our income coming just from us? We can do some, but you want your money to be working for you. And so that's what investments look like for you. And then in terms of any other, I'm going to say intangible assets, like you have something that would add to your net worth. So for example, do you have a vacation home that you're like, oh, let me think about how I might get into the Airbnb market. This holiday, it causes you to look at what you currently have, and also causes you to dream a bigger dream, to say, okay, what are some potentials that I have right now? This is what is critical. This is how we celebrate this national holiday for our lives. Everyone, moving forward. Do you know how everybody's like, oh, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, right? How many people are like, ooh, Happy St. Patty's? And even smaller percentage going, oh, Happy Financial Free Friday. I want us to start that now. Get your mind on your money and your money on your mind. Friday is our national holiday to do that, to do something that is moving us forward. So great. So Jacqueline has her rentals, her Roth IRA, her simple IRA, her vacation home, spec homes that she and her hubby and team are building, and stocks from some of her investments. Perfect. Good morning, Karen. Beautiful. Thank you for joining us. So Karen, we're just saying, moving forward now, we are going to celebrate Fridays as a national holiday. It's a national holiday called Financial Free Fridays, where we spend time with our money, where we look at our money, where we look at our bank account, where we see what's going on, where we know how much liquid cash we have, where we know how much available cash spending we have on our credit cards, where we know how much money we've brought in to date and how much more money needs to go out from an expense standpoint, that we start to then future cast and look at what do we have? What do I have that if I needed to sell? So like my artwork, my jewelry. You need to know where your assets are, that if in fact you needed to make a move, you're not stuck, because a lot of people don't make investments. They don't do because they're like, oh, I don't have any money. You have money all around you, but you just got to open up and see it with new eyes. Right? Do I liquidate some of my stocks to invest in this thing that's going to have a potential 5 or 10-fold impact for me 10 years down the road? This is how we think as women who are managing our monies, as women who are CEO of ourselves and governing ourselves accordingly. We get to have those money conversations. We get to have that time in our money. We don't just, listen, I have a CPA who does all of the accounting for my company. That does not preclude me from doing and celebrating the way we celebrate Financial Friday. Okay. So fear of poverty, overcome by educating yourself, just being aware of where you are financially. I just gave you that. You can take the first step to financial wealth. Here are some steps you can take to master the fear of poverty. Here we go. Number 1, set financial goals. And if you need to, ask a financial advisor for help. It's analogous to you jumping in a boat and there's no GPS, there's no sail. And you think you're like, yeah, I want to go to Guadalajara. And you just think magically this boat's going to take you there. You got to have a plan. You got to set goals. What is it? And this is why when I always say, what are your money goals? Right? 2, get financial education. With more education, you will have less fear. So one of the things that people may or may not know about me is that I also day trade. When I first heard about like Forex, I was like, wait, what? But because I'm Fearless Faith, I was like, sure, I'll sign up. Well, what is this thing? How does it work? And I am not worried about having losses or having a stock go to stop loss and it didn't hit. That's okay. We come back again and we live to fight another day. Let me see if I can. So I just, what I'm doing right now is I just want to embolden you into the potential. So I'm not making any money claims, anything like that, but I'm not going to show you too much. But this is my live trading account right now in foreign exchange currency. And can you see it there? The blue one means it's in profit. The red one means it's still in negative. And if it hits stop loss, oh well. If it hits the profit target. So literally my phone is like a cash machine for me. I'm going to trade this stock. I'm going to trade that and make money. You've got to be fearless. I didn't know what a Forex was. But there's over like $6 trillion going back and forth in the foreign exchange currency market every single day. Why do we want to sit out? Because we're afraid. If you're afraid, then you get educated. This is what they're saying. Get a financial education. With more education, you will have less fear. Number 3, don't rely on someone else for your financial security, like a husband or partner. As we say in Jamaica, any card can play. That person could have a medical emergency that turns into a problem. They're now incapacitated, deceased. What are you going to do? They could leave, right? We know that that's one of the ghosts of fear, the loss of love from someone. What are you going to do? As my mom likes to tell us, the only constant in life is change. Other than that, everything is in fluid motion. The only constant in life is change. So we just have to get with it. Exactly, Karen. We focus on what we want to create, not what we want to avoid. Energy flows where attention goes. So if your attention is always, oh my God, I don't have money in my bank. Oh my God, am I going to pay the, oh my God, I don't understand. Guess what? I said this to you guys last week. Worrying is actually praying for what you don't want. You see, behind every man, there is a good superwoman. Boom. Yes, Jacqueline. So we get to lead from the front, ladies. Okay, don't rely on someone. Number 4, spend less than you earn. It's really just that simple. But if you're not in the awareness of what you earn from a real standpoint, not in your mind like, oh my gosh, I think I earn $1,000 a week. I'm going to spend $2,000. You have to know, what do you earn a week? What do you earn a month? Again, not for sharing with anyone, but for you to know, so you can move through and make informed decisions. Good morning, Bonita. Thanks for joining, my love. So we get to do things to inform ourselves. We get to be real with how much money we have and how much we spend. Spend less than you earn. Build an emergency fund. And most people would say 3 months. I say, like, get it to 6 months. Particularly now, right? Like, we're in this season now where there's so much uncertainty. Let's get our emergency funds built. Start investing, start small, and build. Number 7, pay attention and be engaged in your day-to-day money management. Talk about it with your spouse or significant other, or if you're single, talk about it with yourself and God. But be engaged, be present to it. So if I were to say, how much money do you have? There's this investment opportunity. How much cash do you think you could put to it? You would say, you know what? I'm in the process right now of building up my emergency fund. So once I'm done with that, I have about 3 more months of cash to raise to get that solidly done. And then you could have that conversation because you know where your money is. You would just be staring at the person like, I don't know. So keep an eye on your credit score, work to get it as high as possible. If you need help, Jacqueline Young Landy, connect with her. But the credit score, why? Because if you're looking for a capital loan, if you're looking for any sort of loan, the higher your credit score, the lower your interest rate. You just get a better deal in the end. Don't spend money to make yourself feel good. Like if you're using it for therapy, if you're just using it because you really don't need this thing, but it's going to give you a high, do like a minute and 30 plank. Do some crunches, go for a walk, listen, I love to spend. I'm not even going to front to you, but I'm not doing it as, oh, it's for therapy. Do you see how I'm like totally calling myself out? Okay. But it's the truth. I'm keeping it real. And number 10 is to learn from your money mistakes. But you want to learn from your money mistakes in the sense that, but it's not going to paralyze you. So if you had a money mistake and you said, okay, right, what went wrong with that transaction? I didn't vet that person first, or I over leveraged. Like that happened to me before. When I first got into Forex, I was like, oh my God, I'm like, this is like, I've got a cash machine. Like what? And because I didn't educate myself on leverage, it's like, yeah, when it's going your way, it's phenomenal. But if it's also in a drawdown, the leverage hurts you and you have to have enough money for the trade to swing all the way down and then come back in your direction, or swing all the way up and then come back down in the direction if you're in a sell. So that was because I didn't educate myself. Good morning, beautiful Marion. So you get to be present to your money. So we're talking about the 6 goals. We're going to go through for the rest of the week. Next week, I'm going to get into each of the different fears, but it's important that everybody who's just coming in, the 6 basic fears: the fear of poverty, the fear of criticism, the fear of ill health, the fear of loss of love of someone, the fear of old age, and the fear of death. So we just spent time going into how to get out, how to break through the fear of poverty is to become present to your money, is to set aside and designate your national holiday on every Friday is Financial Free Friday. So I want you guys right now, everybody, hashtag Happy Financial Free Friday. I will wait. Because we need to like get this in our soul. It's not just, oh, thank God it's Friday to go like, get toe up from the flow up with Good Time Tina. Friday is a national holiday in your life and in your business. And you get to spend time and be present to your money. Hashtag Happy Financial Free Friday. So I just ran through 10 things that you can do. Yes, 10 things that you can do. So number one is, let's go back again. I'm going to give you a little bit of work on this. So yeah, we're going to get the 7-day mental diet book, but we're going to go through, pick one or two that you can start to do a little bit of work on. I'm not going to tell you which two. So again, number one, set financial goals. Number two, get some financial education. Renew your mind that you're not going to rely on anyone else like a husband or a partner to be your money manager, to tell you how much money you have, to tell you what so-and-so means, to show you how to balance a checkbook. Be intentional that you get to be leading from the front when it comes to your money. Spend less than you earn. It's really that simple. Build an emergency fund. Start investing. Start small and build. Pay attention to your day-to-day money management. Keep an eye on your credit score. Don't spend money to make yourself feel good, and learn from your money mistakes. So you can choose one or two. I like fast action. So for me, I would suggest you have an account that you literally designate. In your bank accounts, you get to name your accounts. You could name it emergency fund, or if you want something a little bit more high vibration, you can say, epic retirement, fun girls trip, whatever. You want to get in the idea that putting reserves in place doesn't mean you're weak. I'm going to say that again. Putting reserves in place does not mean you're weak. You're being savvy. You are respecting your money. I was having a conversation a couple days ago with one of my team members who's in the leadership program that I'm doing, and her whole business and brand is around financial literacy education. And I was sharing with her, I said, wouldn't it be just so great if you had them do an exercise like this? So to just take a piece of paper right now, everybody, we're going to do this, a blank sheet of paper. And I want you to, I'm actually going to have you post this in the tribe. So if you're not in the Savvy Branders tribe, go ahead and join the tribe, because that's where I'm going to look at this. So if you're not in, take a note of this group, go in, request to join, put your email in, and then they'll let you in. But I want you to, without looking, I want you to do your best artist rendition of $100 bill. The face, not the back, the face of the $100 bill. I want you to sketch it. Don't look, again, remember, you're not kidding me, you're kidding God, and you're kidding yourself. Well, you're not kidding God because he knows. And just take a picture of it and post it in the Savvy Branders tribe. Just from memory right now, and we're going to start it right now. Take a piece of paper from wherever, back of an envelope, I don't care. And I want you to do your best to render the image of a $100 bill. Yeah. Fiscal fitness. I love that. or the fun account. Yep. Yeah, these are the basic fears that's in this book. Because when you ladder up the criticism, the reason people have a fear of public speaking is because they fear they're going to be criticized. The reason people have a fear of getting on Facebook Live is because they think they're going to be criticized. So it all sort of stems from the big basic fear of criticism. So again, no judgment. This is just an exercise of getting you into the experience of it. This is the way I teach. This is the way I know I like to learn. It's the doing of it. You know, it's sort of taking it from theory and making it practical. Why do I do that? Why do I set my brand to be this way? Because I know the Google and the YouTube already have all the information out there. But yet people still struggle. Yet people still aren't successful. Yet people's brands still are not being seen. Why? Where they need the support is in the doing. Where they need the guidance, where I, as the branding Sherpa, come alongside you and get you into the doing of it. I don't need to tell you 10, 20 more times the importance of powering up your brand to be seen so that people notice you. You guys know that. You know that. Book said it. We just read. Okay. He said, even though many people know, in quotation marks, they know what they need to do in order to become successful, they just don't do it. So I get you into the doing because I come alongside you and I help you, support you in doing it. It's the reason why the accelerator course exists, because it's not just 30 modules, go read by yourself, go watch and do it. You then come into the Brand Accelerator private lounge and we get to do it together. So who started? Just put a $sign if you've started your sketch. This is how today we're celebrating National Financial Free Friday. If you started, just put a $sign in the comments. I just want to see where my action takers are. Who are my action takers? And ooh, what? Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Brenda Warren. Did you say it's already done? Let me go into the tribe, because see, this is so good. Oh. Brenda, you get snaps. You get snaps for action taken. Now, I love this. So here's what this does for us. We say, we feel it in our body. We are desirous of financial freedom. We are desirous of just being able to do whatever we want to do, right? Like, that's the total definition of freedom. To be, do, have, go, when, where, why. Okay, nobody tell you nothing. Freedom. The path to getting to that freedom comes in the form of currency. And currency is, actual paper dollars, it's stocks, it's right, it's credit limit, all of that thing. Obviously, cash being the most common. And the fact that you posted too, Jacqueline? The fact that, well, honey, you're quick on the graphics. Awesome. The fact that we can't even pull up one element, like real element of what sits on $100 bill, demonstrates to us we have no real intimacy with our money. If I were to ask you, for those of you who are moms, for those of you who are in relationships, if I were to say to you, tell me what color your husband's hair is, or what is the hair length of your wife. You would know because you're in an intimate connection with that person, right? You may not know the exact hue color that she colors her hair with, but for sure you can tell me, does your wife have a bob or does she have cascading Rapunzel hair? You would know. We don't know because we don't have an intimate relationship with the money. It's just like it's hotcakes. It's like, ooh, here you go. Oh, that came and gave it to the bill man. Oh my God, here, light company, take it. We don't spend any time just like, hi, $100 bill. This is so great. I'm so glad you're here. We have a couple of things we want to talk about, but before we let you go, I just want to give gratitude to you. I want to just say to you, I love the frequency within which you flow into this house. If there's ever anything that you need, let us know. You are welcome, right? My mentor David said 2 days ago, money flows where it's invited and it stays where it's welcome. So imagine if somebody invited you over to a dinner party to their house and they're kikiing and talking with everybody else and not one person's come over and said, hi, how are you? Would you like a drink? Are you thirsty? Would you like to nosh? We've got some tapas. It's like you're not even there. What do you think's going to happen? You'll be like, okay, noted. I'm not welcome here. I'm not one of the important guests because ain't nobody talking to me. So next time, I'm not going to come in. I'm not going to come in. Yeah. So this is how we celebrate Financial Free Fridays. We get to spend time with our money. If you have cash, you pull it out and you look at it. If you have your credit cards, you take your credit cards out and you're like, okay, yeah, I know you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the furniture that you got from me yesterday was wonderful. It's really coming in very, very handy in my Facebook Live. Know your money. Treat your money like your money is welcome. Be grateful. Rest in gratitude for your spending limits. Rest in gratitude for your credit score. Rest in gratitude for everything. So let that money exercise sit with you. That how much money have you handled over your period of, I don't know, 10, 20 years? Not even going to count the children years because yeah, you're just playing in the sand doing whatever. But as an adult, and we can't have an element of recollection of what is on the face of $100 bill, the thing that we're so desirous of, the things that we want to do like this, like, ooh, make it rain, but you can't tell me what's on the front of it, gives us an opportunity to go inside. Awesome. Gives us an opportunity to go inside and realize we've got to get close to our money. So let me look at Melody's. Melody said yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has it. It's a very vague understanding. So we know that the domination of the money, right, sits on the outer edges. We get an understanding that there's somebody on it, but after that, we're like, deuces, we're out. That money doesn't feel good. Money doesn't feel good when you treat it like that. And so because we're steeped in poverty fear, this is an exercise. Yes. And so here's it. I love this, Brenda. Yes, to call it in. So debt-free is different than overflow. You get what I'm saying? I listen, kudos and snaps to you because many people can't even say that they're debt-free. So you're already halfway out the gate on the track. But what I'm talking about is the promise of God where he says, enlarge in the place of your territory, where I am going to overflow, so much overflow that it's going to have to be tamped down. And even when you try to tamp it down, it's still overflowing. That requires an intimacy. That requires a walk. So it's no different when you talk about the blessings of the Lord rain down upon you, opportunities, connections, people, places, because the command is seek first the kingdom, and then everything else that you want will be added onto you. And I share this with you guys when I was first, making like my big, huge quantum leap shift for this year. I was like doing like, oh, I got to get this done. I do this, first was the big thing was like, whoa, became a course creator on AppSumo. That was massive. Next, all of these different opportunities and shifting and speaking and blah, blah, right? But all of my doing and the things I was writing down that I'm committed to and the things that I'm saying in these $1 Million Morning programs that I'm in, I was doing the things, but I was never once calling and saying, one of my deep commitments is I will sit with the Lord. I would be doing it like in the evening, at night, like leftovers. The Bible didn't say, treat me like leftover and all these things your desire of will be added onto you. It said, seek first the kingdom. So let me tell you, I scratched everything that I had that I was like, oh, I'm going to get this done, making like a list of 10 critical things. Now, my daily commitment that I send into my mentor every single day. What are you committed to doing today? I am committed to reading my Bible, setting my gratitude intentions, and setting my business intentions. That's what I write every single day. And let me tell you, ever since I switched to that declaration and having them hold me accountable to that, God has just been making it, rain. People are like, oh my God, Faith, favor ain't fair. Yes, here's the clue. Come sit at the foot of God. Delight in him. If you delight yourself in the Lord, he'll give you the desires of your heart. This fear of money thing, this number one poverty thing that we're doing is going to be nothing but a thing. You're going to move from where you are now to where Brenda says she's like debt free to just joie de vie, overflow. So much overflow. You could have a check in your drawer for $50,000 and not realize that it's there and forgot to cash it. That's the kind of overflow I'm talking about. So, but remember where we're coming from now. More life. We're not ever to be okay in any place. Science of Getting Rich book says, if somebody can do more, be more, it is abnormal to say, oh, I'm good here. I got $500 at any given time. How about having $20,000 in your wallet at any given time? One of the things my mentor David challenged us to do was to like get $3,000, $100 bills, and just start making money rain for people for no good reason. Don't have anybody write any dissertation on why they deserve the money. Just be in that full overflow spirit of giving. And he's like, watch magic transform not only your body and your life and everything when you can just be in that position. Who would want to be in that energy of just being able to give just because for no good reason? Do you know how much positive energy emanates? It's like a force field of awesomeness coming back into your life. This is a daily vitamin I, my love. This is what we're all about, expansion. That's universal law. Everybody right now, please, hashtag, gotta make sure everybody gets this, more life. Hashtag more life. Think about the trees, think about the bushes, think about the grass. If you don't cut that grass, it's not going to say, oh, well, you know what? She normally cuts me down to 3 inches. So I'm just at 3 inches now. So I'm going to stop. You don't watch that grass carefully. It's like, woo, look. And you're like, wait now. HOA don't like it when you're like all out like that. Let me bring you back down. Nature is just about more life. We get to be about more life. More life. More life. More life. And more life and more life. Yes, everybody, please, I need you to get this in your soul. More life. It's not ever about being comfortable. You know, if you've ever had a time you were growing up and it's like, well, you already had one. Let so-and-so have. It's been ingrained in us to play small. And so from that getting smacked on your hand, don't take too much. Why do you need 2 apples? Just do one. I can eat 2 apples because my Heavenly Father made the universe and He's made the apples abundantly. I get to eat till my belly is full. More life. If you can consume it and can be beneficial to you, more life. But this idea of no, just keep a little tiny, enlarge the place of your territory. He didn't say just get a little 2-bedroom condo on the corner there and be quiet. Being grateful is different than more life. Some people think if you want more, it's like you're never satisfied. More life. When God saw fit to bless Solomon with more wealth than, everybody lean into this, please. God blessed Solomon with more wealth than could be counted. When Solomon was building the temple for the Lord's Ark, it literally says in scripture, the bronze was so much, it could not be counted. Now, you tell me why. Why so much? Why so extra? Why so much bronze that it can't be counted? Because that's what God is trying to tell you. More life, more overflow, more abundance. If you can get it, get it. That's when you shift that mindset out of that. That's how you break through that poverty thing. Because you're like, why would a woman or 27% of women who make $200,000 or more be worried about being a bag lady? That's that mindset. It's not right. Because they're not looking at, oh my gosh, my daddy owns it all. And yes, I get to have this and that. So yes, absolutely not. Definitely not designed for mediocre life. Look into Solomon. God was like, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain. Because Solomon dared to say, you know what, God, give me wisdom to deal with these people, these children of Israel that you've given me. Give me the wisdom to deal with them, to give them the right direction, to guide them, right? He was thinking more life. He was thinking more life for them. He's like, let me show up bigger so that I can really deal with. These were God's people, his chosen people. Help me to serve them because I get that these are your people. And it was like, because you were focused on ensuring that they had like the fullest expression, I'm going to make it rain every single day. He did not have one enemy. He was not fighting any wars. He was building the temple, the palace. Queen of Sheba was like, wait a minute now. I never knew it was so great until I come now and I see for myself. So more life. So next week, we're gonna continue on through those 6 ghosts. I will leave you all with this, as I do every episode. If you are not currently in the Brand Accelerator program and the accountability program, you want to get in, just comment below the word on the screen right now, which is accelerator. Comment below that. You will get a message that says, thanks for your interest, and it'll give you a link. You can see it. I'm just telling you right now, it's $97 one-time pay, and you're in for life. It's #Faith for Life. You get Monday morning goals support. You get every single day I'm in there answering questions. We do once a month, a 90-minute huddle, and we do master classes and we do challenges, and we're doing the most awesome challenge right now. And for those of you who are not in, you want to get in. This doesn't exist anyplace else. When these AppSumo codes are done, this is done. Done, 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 done. Awesome, Karen. I see you. You should have gotten something in your messenger. And I share this with you because I tell you, like, I've been to so many strategists and they're like, you need to shut that thing down. Like $97 and you're giving so much, plus you're doing a morning show for an hour. But I'm a daughter of Abraham. I believe in more life. I get to give. I get to show up. I get to be here for you because I fully understand not everybody can pay $50,000 to coach with me. And so I still get to show up and I still get to be supportive, and you still get to get me, not coaches, random people, me for $97 for one-time pay for the rest of your life. As long as you breathe and as long as I breathe, you're in. So with that, my loves, go have a fabulous rest of this holiday. Remember what? national holiday. If you're not in the Savvy Branders Facebook group tribe, go ahead and search for that. Just put your email in, they'll let you in. This is where we hang out. This is where everybody just posted their money. So if you did the money exercise, and those of you on replay, that's where you're going to be in and post your rendition of the $100 bill. So any questions before? Thank you, my love. Thank you. Hadija, my love, thank you. You bless me so much. I appreciate you. Go be awesome. Go be wonderful. Go celebrate this national holiday. Mark it in your calendar. As a matter of fact, if you use a planner, write it down. If you use a digital, set it to repeat every Friday. Let it say, Happy National Financial Free Friday, and do all of the work to get you closer to your money, do all of the work to get you more comfortable looking at money, having conversations about money, so that this number one basic fear of poverty does not challenge you. Yes? Thank you, Brenda Warren. I enjoy you every single day for showing up and just leaning in and giving me so much support. You bless me more than you know. Thank you, beautiful. All right, everybody, we are deuces. We will see you here next week, Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Bye for now.